Good morning. I'm going to try and get ahead of my timer here so I can buy some extra time, so I'm going to jump right into it. But when I walked in this morning, I was dressed like I'm dressed, and every single person that I walked up to said, well, I think they thought it was some sort of national holiday, so I think maybe that means that I should dress a little nicer when I come to church most of the time. But I just wanted to share with you guys a verse from Proverbs that has meant a lot to me inside of the last year, and that is found in Proverbs 29:18. And it's very short. Without vision, the people perish. And in the last year, it's really, really changed the way that I've gone about my day-to-day by having a better idea of my bigger picture. And obviously, if you don't have a clear idea of your vision, it doesn't mean that you're gonna perish or expire. It just means that you need a clear vision to be able to live a significant, an impactful, and a purpose-driven life. So how many of you would like to live a life like that? Yeah. Touch two people really quickly and say, it's in me. Awesome. So it had a huge impact on me, and it was around the same time that this verse was really I was getting a revelation of it, that I heard some teaching on vision that really, really crystallized in my mind how to arrive at that point. And for me, I think I'm not that different than a lot of us, is I knew I kind of knew what I wanted to do. I knew places I wanted to see. I knew people that I wanted to help, but I didn't really have that tied together in this clear vision of how does it all work together in the greater scheme of things. And I think oftentimes it's because the word vision can be overused. It's sort of an open-ended concept that refers to a lot of things, and it doesn't really have a clear-cut definition. And that was my problem. It left me feeling like maybe there's something wrong with me because I don't have this clear understanding of my vision. So when I heard this teaching, it completely changed my life. And I'd like to suggest to you guys today that there's actually a formula that you can use, very short and simple, to help you discover your God-given vision for your life. Will that interest anybody? Good, so I'm in the right place. If you guys are taking notes, I'm going to give you 3 things, so you can feel free to write these down. They're pretty short. The first is the most important discovery in your life as an individual is your work. And now what I mean by that, I don't mean your job. Your work and your job are 2 very different things. Your job is temporary. Your job, you'll move around, you'll change companies, change positions, 30, 40 years of that. It's a temporary thing most of the time. Now your work is what you were born to do. Your work is who you are. Your work is made up of those things that you're passionate about, those things that get you excited when people ask you about them. It's made up of your unique gifts, your unique talents, your unique abilities, those things that make you you, the things that only you can do a certain way, and nobody else can reach other people in the same way. So that's why it's so important to uncover your work. And I think the best way to do that is to step out and try new things. Most of the time, we don't uncover a lot of those unique gifts and talents and abilities that we have because we don't ever go out and do something new to realize that they're actually there. And so by going out and stepping out in faith and doing something new, you're going to figure out what those things are that make you uniquely you, and that's going to help you to figure out what your work is. And I think, I don't have time to get into it, but the principle of instant obedience is a very important one. And what that is when you feel the leading of the Holy Spirit to do something, you got to train yourself to do that instantly. Because if you don't do it instantly, that time in between hearing it and deciding to do it or not doing it allows the devil to plant seeds where, well, I can't do it because of this, or I shouldn't do it because of this, or I might fail for this reason. And most of the time, we don't end up doing it, and then we never uncover those things. So instant obedience is so important. The second thing is once you've uncovered your work will help you to determine your purpose. You can't skip straight to purpose. We talk about purpose all the time, and you can't just go, well, I want to figure out what my purpose is. You can't start there. You have to figure out your work, what those unique gifts, talents, and abilities are, and that will lead you into your purpose. Your work precedes your purpose. And once you've figured out your work, then you can tie that into, well, what am I here for? What's my purpose in life? Once you've figured out your purpose, that will then take you to your vision. And your vision, quite simply, is a preview of that purpose, that finished, completed purpose. It's a preview of your purpose in color, really, in pictures. And once you've got that purpose, then you're there, you're at your vision, and that will give you that clear guidance, which for me has helped me moving forward in determining how to best spend my efforts in this life, in every interaction that I have with people. For me, what I did was I tried to think of 3 things that I want to come out of every interaction with people that came out of my vision. And those 3 things are, every time that I interact with somebody, I want to, 1, increase their capacity to love God, 2, increase their capacity to love others, and 3, increase their capacity to be successful in business. And so understanding my vision has helped me to figure out how to spend my time moving forward so that I can have an impact and live a significant life. And I think you guys can do the same if you follow the same 3 steps. Thank you.